Let's see, what looks best with this? Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright. Well, I've made some progress since I was last online. We have one hell of a factory planet. Okay. Yeah. We've got a lot going on. So, this is just going to be a super casual stream as I work on the factory and slowly build more and more things. There's me. Looks like we're doing pretty good. So I just automated the titanium glass. I may need more of it at some point. We'll find out. What are we looking at right now? Oh, there's so many things. Did I miss it? Yeah, there we go. About 68 a minute. That's not too bad. 69 a minute. Nice. 70 a minute. Alright, cool. Doing pretty good there. Alright, and the reason I'm doing that is because I need to make these plane filters. How are we looking on Casimir crystals? I wish there was a search. Yeah, it's a little different. Once you get to a certain point, you know, there's a lot going on, not gonna lie. I have started planning out my Dyson Sphere. I was playing with different designs. This is kind of what I'm looking at for each section, with all of this filled in. But at first I'm just going to fill in the corner nodes and slowly build out this part of the frame, then I'll fill that in as I'm building the rest of the frame. But I haven't even gotten to the point where I can send up any of that yet. There's a lot to go still. So I just got the titanium glass. Now I gotta build these plane filters so I can make these quantum chips. Just one thing after another. Once I get the quantum chips, I can start making these rockets. That's where I am now. So, it's been a long road, let me tell you. Thinking about doing the quantum chips right over here in this little space. Or not the quantum chips, the plane filters. Once you get to this point though, it's pretty easy to start building something. You just plop down a logistics center. Give it a couple of drones. I got a bunch of crap in my inventory I need to get rid of. And let's see what they need. These plane filters need Casimir crystals and titanium glass. There we go, and titanium glass. It's right in front of me. There it is. The problem is they move it. Like on here, it's over here. On this screen, it's up here. So it always trips me up. Let's keep about 1,000 of them. Alright. Our little drones will go get all of the stuff. And it's just the 2 items, so I might be able to do a line across and a line down. We'll see. I don't imagine I'll need a lot of these right away, but it's always good to overproduce. Let's see, I think it's just 2 each. No, it's 2 glass to 1 Casimir crystal. So I want to make... I'm going to make both of them out of Mark II belts. I'm going to make the glass this belt, right? Yeah. That's good because the glass is by far the more common too. I like that they gave the mech suit a little glow around it. Hey Mist, I appreciate the lurk. Sorry I missed that. They made the mech suit glow slightly so at nighttime you could still see what's going on. Helps a little bit on the stream. Can't quite fit another one in there. I could, actually. That's just a Mark I belt. These guys need to make that. Yeah, the game changes significantly when you progress to a certain point. But I'm so close to being able to start the Dyson Sphere. Now, don't get me wrong, it's probably going to take forever to actually build. But just starting it'll feel good. You know, just to see it going up would be nice. These put out 1 each. 1 every 12 seconds. Okay, I can probably just do an ordinary belt. Level 1 belt. I'll pull a second line of material out too. What I'll do is just have more machines on this side. And all of those will output to the center. Whoops. That was going across to the other machine. It'd be nice if they did something to make this a little easier. Blueprints of some sort, hotkeys to set up the outputs or something. Yep, okay. Making sure I had the glass on the correct side. Probably don't need level 3 sorters for this. Got a bunch of them. Okay, that's plane filters. I mean, they take a long time to make, so I may have to build several lines like this. We'll see. If I do, I can extend it down this way and put some more of this right here. This is a good space for that, so I don't really mind doing that. I'm interested to see how many of these I actually need though, so I'm going to leave it like that for now with plenty of space to grow. We're going to build the next bit, which is the actual processors, or quantum chips. These guys. It's literally just 2 processors and then 2 of those filters that we just made. And that's also easily expandable. Hey, thanks for the lurk, man. Welcome, welcome. Can't promise no spoilers on here. Let's see, it takes 6 seconds for 2... It's not too bad. I'm out of drones. Let's go grab some more. So processors and plane filters, keep it down to 1,000 or so. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to scale these out. I was just testing how quickly we can make these. I can also upgrade these machines. But I think first I'm going to upgrade these lines, put them into splitters, and run a couple more lines of these machines out. The power satellites are very convenient, but they also get in the way really easily. Thank you, sir. I will try. You have a good one as well. And if you do stop back by, let me know if you have any questions or anything. This is a good game. It's a lot of fun. Just throw this up here somewhere. Yeah, that'll work. You can put another line of machines here and pull off the same belt. Gonna need a bunch more assemblers. Just circuits and iron. I don't think I have any in my system, but I could just request the pieces. Circuits, iron, and gears. About 400 of each. This is something useful I discovered. Even an unpowered logistics station can receive stuff, so I just drop one down and request it from my system whenever I need something. Saves me going over to the storage every time. Then you just pick it back up. Costs nothing. Well, it costs a little bit of power. Right, I should have done it like this. Keep forgetting to use the copy. Have to figure that out in a minute. Oh, I'm out of them. Like, why can't I put the sorter down? Just get like 500 of them. I go through so many sorters. This is what I was talking about. These power sats are really annoying. I can't put belts under them easily. There. That line should be good. They'll start producing. Now I need to figure this out. Not entirely sure this is going to work out belt-wise. I probably could figure out a better way. This may be enough though for now. Could always just put another logistics station down here though. Give it its own drones. And power. And have it request the same things. What was it? Casimir crystals and titanium glass? The grids get a little weird on spheres. I totally forgot to do the copy paste again. That's alright. You will also hold on to the plane filters. And then power sat. Safely out of the way, hopefully. Alright, we quintupled our original production. We'll see if that's enough. We filled this up. So let's go ahead and start making quantum chips. Because everything futuristic has to be quantum. These guys right here. So 6 seconds for 2 of these. So they need, each one needs what, 1 every 3 seconds. Not too bad. You know, I have enough stuff in my inventory that I could just make 2. Alright. Go ahead and pull the material out. It's 2 and 2, so I don't need to balance anything out. Does that give room? No. I don't need this tank here anymore anyway. That's the output for my fractionators, which, I mean, it's just a little bit of extra deuterium for a ridiculous amount of power, but whatever. My deuterium comes from other places now. So we'll set you to make quantum chips, and then copy. Yeah, I remembered this time. I think we'll just go with 10 of these. This is also easily expandable, although the grid gets a little fucked up. That's okay. Probably do not need level 3 sorters for this either. Whatever. I don't want there to be any issues. Nor do I want to do a bunch of math right now. I'm almost out of regular belts. You need to add a logistics request just on your bot here, so I don't have to go plop down a tower every time I need something. The regular sorter will do just fine for these, at least for this first little iteration. Trying to get a feel for the production of these late game things is difficult. Now I just need power. Everything disappears suddenly. So that's the first level of quantum chip. I got plenty of room here that I can upgrade and expand that. Now, I should be, in theory, ready to build a small carrier rocket. And this is what you send up to make the Dyson Sphere. I don't know. Let's see how that works out. Let me fly around all my little spaceports and crap. I'm gonna drop some of my inventory off real quick. Too much stuff. Probably don't need more than a stack of mining machines, storage boxes, things like that. Don't need... Oh, that's probably fine. I mean, I don't probably need all these. There we go. That's a little bit better. Alright, so where should I put them? It doesn't particularly matter whereabouts they're located as far as the production of them. But historically I've made most of my thruster and spacecraft related things here, so why not? Let's put them right next to the drone production. We'll even share its power. There we go. Give it a set of drones. Now we need Dyson Sphere components, deuteron fuel cells, and then quantum chips. Now my Dyson Sphere components, I don't think I have set up to a logistics hub just yet, so I'll have to go do that. But I'll go ahead and request all of these things. Deuteron fuel cells, Dyson Sphere components, and quantum chips. My standard, I usually drop to about 1,000 of each. The deuteron fuel cells I need to hook up to a logistics as well, but that's easy. You know, if I can find the fuel production. There it is. So this is the fuel production and my fusion power. You can see we're making a good bit of power. I mean, could be better. So I'm going to... I like having this box full just in case I need to stop by for fuel. But other than that, I'm going to drop another logistics hub right in here. Tell it it's going to handle deuteron fuel cells, and that's literally all it's going to do. I'm going to hook it up after the box, so the box stays full. Is that a Mark? That's a Mark 1 belt, really? Are these that slow? It's 6 seconds. Oh, we'll see if I need to upgrade that. I only upgrade things as needed when I notice a production issue. So in this way, it'll keep my fusion full and then use the excess for the logistics system. And it'll also keep this box full so that if I need fuel for the mecha, I can just stop by and boop, there we go. A full fuel chamber of these Deuteron fuel cells is 48 gigajoules, and that keeps me running for a long time. Alright, so we've already got those being shipped out. Where? Right here. And then the Dyson Sphere components, right? Need to go to the south side of the planet. These are my super magnetic rings. Motors, steel. This is the small steel yard. We've got a much larger one elsewhere. Looks like those are missing the uniform magnet ore. I'll have to go check that. I may be out of it. Never mind. There's some right there. Just showed up. And it's gone. Let me increase the buffer on that. It may be that they're on their way to get some more. Let's see. Where are you headed? He's headed to the mass, and there he is. So this guy and these ships are carrying that ore back and forth from the black hole. Well, not from the black hole, but from a location near the black hole. Alright, these are the parts that I don't have these hooked up yet, so let me go ahead and do that. Literally just doing the same thing. And I expect I'll have to scale this out a little bit to match production requirements for building a, huge shell around a star. This was just the first blush of doing these. All you're gonna do is share those out, and I've run out of drones, but it doesn't really matter. They'll come pick them up from here too. We'll go grab another few stacks of drones. They should be done by now. I'm letting that fill up, so the production will be pretty quick. Now he's got his own drones. Alright, let's get this going. Start with a small line going down this way. Are the ratios pretty even? Yeah, it's all 2. So it doesn't really matter what goes where. And it takes 6 seconds per 2. 1 every 3 seconds. Yeah, that's fine. This belt should be okay. This is the culmination of a long time of effort. See how this goes. I may upgrade these belts and then run them off to the side too. I'm just getting the initial setup done, testing things out. I expect I'll have to scale all of this up later on. We'll build up a nice stockpile of these guys. Meanwhile, I need to build the launching platform. So I'm going to have one of these to start, just to see how all this works. Never done this before. All brand new. What does the launch platform look like? It's that thing right there. Ah, that. So I need a few more gravity lenses, titanium alloy, and quantum chips. I can request all that. Let's see. Gravity lenses, quantum chips, titanium alloy. Just gonna do the minimum for each. I have plenty of them, but I don't want to waste them. Or have to go around and put them back into storage. Yeah, the chip's the only thing I don't have in abundance, but I got some here. Just take these. And that means I should be able to make one of those. Wonder what this looks like. Kind of excited. Not gonna lie. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. Let me put these right up north.
You have built a vertical launching silo. Now you can use it to construct the main structure of the Dyson Sphere. But before that, you need to enter the Dyson Sphere panel to finish planning the Dyson Sphere nodes and frames. After the plan is completed, the vertical launching silo will automatically launch small carrier rockets loaded with Dyson Sphere components to build the nodes and frames. Each rocket provides one structure point, and you can use the vertical launching silo panel to master the required structured points.
So now what I don't know is, do I need to finish the Dyson Sphere plan? Or do I just need to have part of it ready and then start building it and then kind of add on to it? That's kind of what I'm experimenting here. So I'm going to save it. As a new save game. Did that actually work? Okay, good. I'm just going to manually throw a couple of these guys into there and see if it'll launch. Or do I have to complete the sphere first? It's charging. And once they start building it, can I still edit it? There's the first piece. On its way. Yeah, I'm really not sure how this works once you actually get to this point. Do these form themselves into the nodes that I planned? Kind of looks like it. Yeah. So those are forming the nodes. Now can I still add things on? Can I delete things? That's why I saved it beforehand. I'm going to use these. I threw 10 of them in there. I'm going to let those finish launching. And I'm going to use this as a test to see how this works. If I do screw something up, well, I gotta save so I can go back. Now, like when he settles in, is he gonna form this truss? Doesn't look like it. He is generating power though. So just the nodes make power. That's interesting. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 and 8. We've all launched. But I don't see 10 nodes. Oh, he's going over there though. So he landed on that like it was a landing pad. And he provided some structure points. That's interesting. Okay, so they didn't all go form nodes. They're actually going out and deploying the materials too. And you can see I have the start of the Dyson Sphere. Now, what happens if I delete a node? Can I delete you? Yeah. Can I delete you? Okay. So it just vanishes? Do those pieces go elsewhere? No, they stay there as solar sails. Interesting. Okay, well, gonna reload. And for now, I'm just gonna pipe the output of that small production into here and we'll see it start launching. For reals. Looks like it has an input on the front there, so we're just gonna belt it right in. Something tells me this may be too much for a single facility to launch, but that's okay. That's why I'm testing things out. I don't know how quickly it launches. But it did look like we can edit the Dyson Sphere afterwards. So I may go draw the rest of the plan in. I may let them finish this section. I don't know. I guess it makes more sense to draw the entire thing in. There he goes. Guess I could put one of these on each side too. Need some more of the titanium alloy. I think that'll work. I'll build 4 of them for now. That should keep up. It looks like it's slowly, very slowly backfilling this. There they go, settling into place, just like last time. Becoming nodes, generating power. I'll fly out there and look at them in a minute. Need more of these now, frame materials. And quantum chips. Those I'll just steal from this guy right now. Really don't need solar panels anymore. Leftover relics of a bygone era. Alright. There's a nice little carousel of rockets going on. Do need to hook these up though. Weird, but okay. Guess I don't need that. That's very strange. Things happen very strangely around the poles. I'm not questioning it. As long as it works. Okay. It appears we have some space stuff going on. look at this here star. I can see the outline of my Dyson Sphere. And this is actually what I wanted. I wanted them to make the small section first, and then I could slowly upgrade it. And they should start using the points, the sail points and structure points to, well, right now they're just going to use the structure points, right, to build out these trusses, I guess. I like that they're using these as little landing pads. Maybe I'll go up there and look at them. Let's go check them out. It's very exciting. I mean, right now they're just a bunch of satellites around the star, but they're making energy, and they are slowly getting more and more material. Slow down just a little. We can pass these by and check them out. They're huge. I wonder if they have a collider. Can I land on my Dyson Sphere? Nope. Go right through them. God, they're massive. Wow. Exciting. We're already making 8.3 megawatts, and all we have up here are some nodes. That's pretty good. I'll be able to decommission all of my fusion and everything soon. I've got ray receivers at the North Pole. I should probably put one on the South Pole too. Just in case. I mean, my planet doesn't have a lot of a tilt, but ooh, I wonder if it works when my planet's behind the gas giant. Probably not. Alright, let's see how we're keeping up on production. So materials-wise, it looks like we're doing fine. Obviously, we want this to be bigger. We don't want to make just 4 every 3 seconds. That'll be a long time in getting anything done. But why don't I spend some time drawing out the rest of the Dyson Sphere? Let's get rid of the orbits. It's gonna take a while to build this. It's gonna take a while to even draw it. But we're making progress. When I was designing this, I liked the idea of these structural things going between these nodes and then large panels in the middle. So I thought it looked neat, and I figured I would try it out. And I liked having a lot of triangles. To me, that looks nice. It's gonna take a long time to build. It's a little annoying doing it while the game's running. You can pause. So you pause the whole game like that, and then stuff doesn't rotate. I wish they would just have a pause rotation function. I kind of understand why they don't, but it would be nice if they could figure some way to do that. Even if it just moved my view with the sphere at the speed of whatever layer I'm working on. Anybody tuning in right now is just going to be confused. Probably looks like I'm doing some kind of CAD drawing. Like this is a video game? Oops. Looks like they're mostly clustering around the first part that we had built, but they are moving around to the newer areas slowly. I wonder if it's random or if they have some kind of deployment pattern that they use. Or maybe they deploy it in the order that you planned it. That would be kind of neat. That would just sort of naturally build it outwards. Because that's how most people build. Most people don't start this part and then do this part and then do that part. They just build outwards slowly like I'm doing. Although there are certainly some people that would. There's always an exception somewhere to every rule. This is the basic frame of the whole thing. Oh, I can see they're slowly building the spars out now. Excellent. Now I don't know how I send the cell material out. If anybody knows that, let me know. These four are pretty constantly firing. So that's interesting, because I have four of these working constantly, and it's overproducing 4 launch sites. So how many launch sites do you need? That's pretty neat looking though. Getting built. Slowly but surely. And it sort of looks like we're producing enough of the components, for these 4 anyway. Why doesn't it say I'm building any? It was then. Alright, what happened to my production of the Dyson Sphere components? See, this is when I go investigate, when I see an issue like that. I know production was working, it may just be missing something critical. Where are they? It's up here somewhere. Ah, these guys. What are you missing? You're missing processors. Really? And that is because we're just not producing many. Okay. That's fair. I mean, let's scale out some processor production. I rarely overbuild, well, I rarely go out and build a whole bunch of something unless I need to. And now I need to. So, you are going to make processors, which is just microsilicates and circuits, microcrystalline components. It does make me wonder, are we producing enough of those? That could be the issue. Never had a big need for them until now. So it's entirely possible that my production of them is substandard. Man, this needs a search. So I'm producing almost enough for my consumption. That's probably not the issue, but we'll find out real quick when I request some here. No, we don't have very many. So I will probably... I'm going to leave this because I like the idea of making more processors. But let me track down the production of those microcrystalline components. Now that's usually just a matter of me roaming around randomly, because I don't remember. I probably did those like 3 days ago. I don't particularly remember where they are. It's engines. Rotors, motors. Maybe they're in the other hemisphere. Yeah, I could always just set up some new production of them too. This is my new steel run. Well, part of it. I did a lot of steel. How we doing? Oh yeah, it looks like they are definitely sticking to what's already here first, and then building from there. But that's neat, look at that. I assume when these get enclosed, they'll start building the actual sail. We'll find out. So I guess that's the downside of having larger sails, is it takes longer for them to be enclosed. That's our warpers. You know, I don't know where I'm producing those. It's entirely possible that I tore the production down intending to rebuild it and never did. And I've been subsisting on like stored microcrystalline composites. This is my second run, or second large smelter for iron and copper. So why don't I just build a microcrystalline component farm here. I'm gonna have to go pick up some more of these logistics towers soon. Alright, those are made with what? You'd think I'd remember all these things, but there's so many recipes. It's the high purity silicon and copper. We have those. At least we should. Let's see. How's our supply of that? Pretty good. I'm gonna put all my copper in here and then request about 1,000. It's gonna come from right next door, so yeah. Look at them. Off they go to get some more copper. Why they couldn't get it from here, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense, but they didn't get it from here. I bet if this guy had had drones, he would have delivered it, but that's alright. So we are going to, I think we're going to do 2 lines of assemblers. What's the speed of these? So it's basically one high quality silicon, whatever it's actually called, high purity silicon per second, and then half of a copper per second. The math is annoying, but it works. I'll do this. Only got 36 of these left. I'm gonna have to make some more. I'm gonna need a lot more of these too. I'm out of the smaller towers, so I'll put down a big one. Doesn't really matter, just means I can do the exact same thing. Let's request, I don't know that I have many of these. Yeah. Let me go see what's going on with that. I think I'm still low on EM turbines, and that's why. That was our, oh yeah, looking good, looking good. Looks like it just picked 7 spots and it's gonna spread out from there, and they're randomly just landing on one or the other, and slowly accumulating these structure points. And each rocket that lands is giving it one structure, looks like. I don't know what these breakpoints are though. It says 64 to 150. Is 150 the goal? No, I just gave it a... Huh, I don't know. Let's pick a different one. Let's see. So this one is just 0070. I don't know. I don't know what those mean. These are not very well explained. Frame maintains, that's the number of frames that are attached to it. Shell maintains, that's the shells that it's attached to. And you can see how much power each node is generating, which is cool. Very neat. I don't think they've landed anywhere else. You can see it starting to take shape though. Anyway. I was headed off to check out the belt, or the sorter production, which is around here somewhere. Yeah, so I have 400 in storage. Why wouldn't it? Oh, it's probably because they don't have any drones. You have to have drones at either the supply or the destination end. So let me go get some drones for them. I guess I could have picked up the sorters as well, but you know, I didn't. Sorry, I'm getting turned around because there's just so much stuff. I wish there was a way to mark your map with like signs of some sort. What are we doing on these guys? Doing good. Doing great. Alright. So these are not going to be the holdup. I believe these chips may be. And it's because of those processors. That's the big holdup now. So I've really got to get that sorted out. These are doing fine. My deuterium is very low, which annoys me. I'll have to go. I may have to scale out my deuterium supply, because right now, I know I'm getting very easily distracted. Right now, I am only producing apparently 15.93 a minute. That doesn't seem right. So what happened there? My production just stopped several hours ago. Huh. That's another thing I have to go check on. Anyway, the belts and the inserters, the sorters, whatever, they now have drones. While I'm here, I'll go ahead and grab, I don't know, 150 of them. Let's finish what we were doing. That's our titanium alloy. Oh, this guy didn't have power? Well, that's silly. Anyway, yeah, we're running low. We're running real low on Dyson Sphere components and chips. So I definitely need to scale up the production, which is fine. Good to know. I mean, we're making good progress though. I've already solved most of my power problem. We got shit in space. For anybody new, this is how I play. I don't do a lot of math. I don't do a lot of thinking. Well, I try not to overthink. Oh. I try not to overplan, I suppose is the better way to say that. Because yes, I could find some calculator or planner to get all this production planned out. But I find it much more fun just to mess around. Figure things out. It's probably not the most efficient way. Hey, yeah, just started streaming this. I was gonna stream Slay the Spire, but had some technical issues. It's going well. It's going well. I've come a long way. There's a little bit of progress since Sunday. Just, just a tiny bit. Just a just a little bit of progress. We've got the sphere started. So we've got the first bits of it being built here. And that's what I have planned so far. I'm gonna fill these in as I go. Yeah, it's gonna be some good stuff. I was just kind of figuring out how all this works, so I figured I would just go ahead and pull the trigger and start building it. This is what manual build mode? Oh, this thing? Yeah, you plan this out yourself. So, like if I want to add a section here, you plan all this yourself. So it takes a little while. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. I don't actually want to do that because that's not the way I have it planned out here, but you can actually, like, you can delete things that are already built too if you want to, and the stuff will just fall away and then you can rebuild it some other way. It's pretty neat so far. I designed this because I liked the way it looked with the structural members between the nodes. So I'm going to have this, like something like this all over the place, right, on every one of these. And then these big panels in the middle. Yeah, you can build just half. Like here, if I want to add another layer, because you can do multiple layer spheres, you could do like spheres with gaps in them and then do another layer that covers those gaps if you want to. So here, I'll just add another one real quick. I think I can delete this later. Yeah, you can delete it. So it's just, let's not see, it's got to show the first one. But if I wanted to, like this one's tilted now, and I could just do like, all the way around the side. I'm not going to leave this because they'd start building it, but I could just do a big grid like that, and then fill it in, and they just build a big old sail right there. Yes, probably. Like I said, you can build the first layer though with gaps on purpose, and then have the second layer over those gaps maybe, and maybe that would work. I don't know. Like I have no idea how this works. This is as far as I've gotten. But in theory, you could have multiple layers that catch the sunlight, you know. So like you can do graticule grids, which is this spherical projection that kind of follows the curve. Or you can do a geometric grid like that. Like who knows, maybe they're not purely or like 100% efficient solar panels, so some light still gets through and then the second layer would capture that light. I mean, I'm definitely going to test it at some point, but you can see we got our rockets launching from the North Pole here. I'm almost out of these rockets though. I'm dealing with some production issues right now. I just kind of pulled the trigger because I wanted to see it all go, because it's really cool. But I'm definitely not ready. Oh, I dismantled it. I use these drones now. You see them everywhere. I use this global drone network. So I took the belt apart, the main bus. The drones work, and they work well, so I'm just using those. It took me a long time to dismantle it. Yeah, I did it off camera. I was thinking about doing, like starting a new game of this later, where I just do all the progress on stream, but I've been having so much fun playing this on my own that I did way too much to really have any kind of continuity. Yeah. Well, the drone setup is pretty straightforward. Like here, I'm going to show you this one. Like I'm already requesting these materials, so here, let me show you another one just out of as an example. Like, you put the tower down, right? Give it some power. And then you give it some drones. I happen to have a bunch of drones here. And let me make sure we got power. There we go. And then it builds up some power in its little accumulator here, and then you request things. Like, I want, I don't know, a bunch of iron, right? I'm not going to do it too much because I don't really want it here, but local demand. And now the drone network goes out and finds iron that some other tower is sharing. Like that one right there. See, this one is smelting all this ore into iron, then brings it back. And then if I want to, I can pull that iron out onto a belt, setting a filter, and there you go. Yeah, a little bit. It's like the trade ships. It's a cool system. It's really easy to use. Obviously, it's running my entire planet. They look really nice flying around too. I mean, just I could sit there and look at this as my screensaver, right? And then if we go further out, so we got stuff building the Dyson Sphere. We've also got, let's see if we can see one. See this little blip right here? He's going to another star to go get me some, what's he getting from there? He's getting deuterium. I actually need to go back there so I can show you that. Let me finish fixing these productions and I can show you. Because I've got basically big gas refiners. Yeah, I'll show you how it works. But I did definitely visit another solar system. I've gone to a few now. Sorta, yeah. It's hyperdrive. It's so what happens is this mecha suit has these space warpers in it, and you use those and a ton of energy to go really fast. And it's all manual. It's really interesting. There's not like, well, I click that star and then I go there and then I show up. It's you actually fly there. It's seamless. There's no loading or anything. It's pretty fantastic. I love the way they did the space in this game. Alright, that should start getting shared out. Yeah, it already is, see? So these microcrystalline components are being produced, and then drones are going to come pick them up, take them away to where they are needed. Alright, let's go, let me grab some stuff, because I wanted to put a couple more... Yeah, I saw it. I've been reading through it. I don't super agree with everything about it, but we'll see what happens. It seems like the game is getting a little simpler, which clearly is not really my thing. I don't like simple games. We'll see how it works out though. It may be fine. I don't know. So I'm gonna get some of these. I need to increase my deuterium production and figure out what happened, because this is a statistics panel for deuterium production, and you can see I have it on 10 hours. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 8 hours ago, my deuterium production just died off. So we'll see. Hey FC, how's it going, man? We're playing Dyson Sphere Project, and we have started a Dyson Sphere. I'm planning this out. You have to draw this in by hand, so I haven't drawn everything in yet. But you can see some of the bits have been built, and we got rockets going up to build it. It's nice. We're about to go to another planet, though, or another star, rather. Alright, so... Actually, I just thought, I might have been reading that wrong. Let me see. Ah, I was. Okay, so the production is still pretty steady. Where are we actually making that? I think it's in High Train. Yeah, there we go. So I need more of this stuff. This stuff is... really important, just deuterium, and I'm only making 37 a minute, which is, it sounds like a lot, it ain't. So Kai Train, where are you? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a fictional place, so I don't care. Kaitan, I don't know. All right, ready? So we're gonna go to Kaitan. Here we go. I'm in control. I can fly anywhere I want to. This is not a loading screen in disguise or anything. And I'm going ridiculously fast. And look at my energy going down. I've already used over a gigajoule. And boom. We're there. Yes. It is a little bit. Hey, you could see. I don't know if that comes through on Twitch. You could see one of my ships flying by. It's going up and it's heading back to my my planet. There's another one right there. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. They're doing good stuff. Oh, actually, they're heading out to... Where would they be heading? They're heading out to Masim to get the crystals that I get there. There's some optical crystals that I mine there. Alright, we're going to go to Kaitane 2, which we've already established is, you know, poor naming convention. Alright, let's slow up a little bit. As we get closer, some stuff might pop in. We'll see. There is like some invisible loading that happens, but it's really seamless. Assuming this is the correct planet. Let me just flip around here a little bit. Let me verify that this is... Yeah, this is the planet. Alright, cool. Alright, let's settle down into the atmosphere. And... Where, oh where is the equator? So we're a little north of the equator. I brought these. These are gas harvesters. You wonder if there's warp gates or something? As far as I can tell, there is not. It's a pretty manual system. There's no easy way to get there. So I do not want the hydrogen, I just want the deuterium. You have to put these along the equator only, and then your ships will visit them to pick up the materials. But again, I don't want the hydrogen, I've got plenty of that. And I can always come back out here and turn it on if I do need it. I don't know, that's the only place they can be built. See, it says orbital collector can only be built at the equator. If I try to put it anywhere else, I guess it's the easiest place to get to, I don't know. You'd have to ask the developers why that happens. But it's okay. Like, there's plenty of equator. This is a gas giant. I think it takes like 25 or 30 of these to go all the way around the planet. And I've got a couple of these gas giants I know about that I can get deuterium at, so that's alright. It's not a big deal. As far as I know, there's nothing else you can build on these. You can't build any machines or factories or anything on the gas giants themselves. Just these gas collectors. They are powered by the resources. So they gather up some resource and put it for trade, but they also power themselves by burning it because these gases are combustible. See, both of these have energy, like this is worth 8 megajoules per unit of deuterium, and then the hydrogen is also worth 8 megajoules. So they burn the gases to power themselves. So you get slightly less than you would otherwise. Oh, these are my other ones. There we go. I put these down a long time ago. I think it's just those two. See, you can see this is queued up. Somebody's gonna come here and get some deuterium soon. There he is. Let's watch. He's gonna land. He's gonna scoop it up, and then he's gonna fly away. See, there he is. And then he's gonna fly back off to drop it off. There he goes. You can see every step of it. It's really cool. Alright, let's put down this guy. That's all of them that I brought with me. That's okay, that should be plenty. Just increasing my supply here. I don't get a lot of this, so I need a lot of these gas extractors to get the deuterium. If you notice, I'm only getting... Here, let me look at the stat for the planet. Like 0.91 per second of hydrogen, 0.04 per second of deuterium. It takes a while. There's a jungle planet. Go check that out for a minute. I don't think there's anything there I need right this second, but never seen a jungle planet. May as well fly around. Here we are. In another solar system. Might as well visit the locals. Wow. There's some fancy trees on there. I could, yeah. It would take some time. Paving my planet took a long, long time. A lot of iron here. I'm using so much iron, look at this. Why are we on this? That's strange. Oh, this is for this, the local system. Look at the iron I'm using. 3,100 a minute. And that's been steady for, ooh, a long time. Yeah, 10 hours. 3,266 a minute average. 100 hours. Yeah. So you can see my progression here over the last 70 hours or so. Just that, using a little bit, using a little bit, using a lot, using a little bit, using almost none, using a ton. So this section where I'm using no materials, that's when I rebuilt the planet. So I was pulling up all the old materials, all the old factories, everything. You can see a big gap on all materials when I pulled everything up. So you can see how long it took. It took, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours, something like that. I like that you can see it in the stats though. I stopped using coal, stopped using stone for a little while. So yeah, that's the thing. Alright, what else do we have in this planet, or this system, rather? What I'm really looking forward to is, like, I wonder if once my Dyson Sphere is getting close to completion, when I get far away, will I still be able to see my star? Or will it be dark? Where's my star, anyway? Delta Masquerade... There it is. Theta Ophiuchi. So to do the warping, you have to get out of the local gravity well for the planet. Yeah, it's probably going to go dark. Then you want to line up. This one's only 3.9 light years. But look at my energy going down. That's 3 gigajoules of energy stored. It just eats up energy. If you have enough battery power, you can actually do these just using like coal or something as a power source. But boy, does it take a long time. So even exiting the warp is manual, so you can easily overshoot your target. Let's fly by and check out the status of our Dyson Sphere. I mean, I can see it at any time here, but you know. Ooh, they've enclosed one of the sections. Yeah, I might leave a gap or two. I'm not sure. Not really sure how I want to build it. Like that's the frame that I went with. This kind of setup, and it's pretty basic. I was mostly just following the guidelines for this. But I mean, there's nothing stopping me from building another one later around another planet or another star. You know? You can build more than one. Hell, you can build more than one in the same system. If you want to make some huge diabolical looking machine, you could have them rotating at different speeds, nested inside each other like gigantic monstrous gears. That's going to eventually be part of my Dyson Sphere. Look at that thing. It's so big. You don't really get a good scale for it until we do this. Look at this. You could put a city on this thing already, and it's just a teeny tiny portion. It's like I'm not stationary. This thing is rotating away from me in orbit faster than I'm moving. It kind of looks like I was running against it, but I'm not. It's just oh yeah, you can make Triforce triangles all over it. Like I'm going 241 meters a second. I mean, that's not orbital speeds realistically, but with these compressed dimensions, it's pretty fast. Anyway, look how big this thing. You can go right through it though. There's no collider, so you just kind of fly through it. Still, gives you a good idea of how big it is. And where is my planet? Gotta find it. Let's go to space view. Oh, it's that way. Yeah, you could do Triforce triangles all over. Like you could do something like you could make a huge radiation symbol apparently. Okay, I kind of like that. I might leave that as one of the panels. It's not the Triforce, but I like it. I may leave that. Like, I may make all the top panels look like that, and then make the mid panels look different. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to delete it for now because I don't want them to build it when I'm not sure if I want it, but I may do that later. I kind of just want them to build the structure and like these two sails first. And you were wondering how much the Dyson Sphere can generate in power? Well, look what we're already generating, 79 megawatts. Just to give that perspective, our entire power production or demand is only 260, 270. So we're gonna have plenty of power. We've got that much power generation just from the spars, you know, like the structural elements. I think we're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna have terawatts of power available. Yep, exactly. Except at least this one is requiring an actual star, right? It's not just like, alright, shove a whole bunch of resources into a crafting panel and then out comes a magical reactor. I mean, look how this has been an hour now of me slowly building that. Trying to solve production problems along the way. Oop, look, I found one spot that's not paved. I missed this when I was going through, flying around, paving everything. Should I pave it? Just leave it? Like one guy lives here. I mean, it can't be the farmer's tile because it's a desert. It's clearly, it's the last beach. That's what it is. The water is long since gone, but this is the very last beach. Hang on, I have an idea. Give it a sec. You'll see. It's gonna be lame. But it's my humor. It's how it works. Come on, drones. Look, it's an actual beach. It's got water on it. Yay! It's the next bathtub. Alright. Enough of that. That would be the last natural surface. Look, it even makes dust when you walk across it. He hasn't seen dust in years. Okay, so what does our production look like now? We're still making so little of the Dyson Sphere components and rockets. Oops. Wait, what time frame is it? That's on 100 hours. Okay, let's look at 10 minutes. We've made none. Alright, so something is still up. Where is the North Pole? That way. I get lost on this planet. There's so much stuff on it now. Oh, we're making and using sulfuric acid. What are we using that for? Sorry, I get easily distracted. Oh, for the titanium alloy, probably. Yeah, that's okay. How long does it take to make a piece of, what, the foundation stuff that I pave this? 1 second. It takes 3 units of stone, 1 steel, and then 1 second in an assembler to make it. It took hundreds of thousands of foundations to actually pave this, though. Right, what's the holdup? The holdup is the Dyson Sphere components, as we thought. To the South Pole, Batman. These are our accumulators. Nice. They're not getting any of these because we're not getting any electromagnetic turbines. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I never claimed my factory was perfect, right? Alright, what's the problem? You're just not getting any processors. Thought we solved this. Well, we made an attempt anyway. So let's see. How are our microcrystalline components looking now? We're making 128 a minute, consuming 90 a minute. Keep hitting the wrong button. Let me see if I can track down where we're making those processors. Ignore that. We were making deuterium there, but I don't need it now because I'm sucking out of gas giants. You can use a whole lot of energy to make deuterium out of hydrogen, or you can just suck on gas giants a lot. I don't remember where I'm making those processors. Sorry, we're gonna do this a lot because there's a lot of stuff on this planet, and there's no way to, like, you can't put, you know, notes or maps or beacons or anything down. If I could put beacons down, that'd be wonderful. The plus things, these things right here, it's a power satellite. So basically, this thing beams power up to it and it spreads it around a large radius. Like, compare that to the power pole radius. Kind of weak now, isn't it? Compared to that, yeah. They have downsides though. Like, they have an idle consumption of energy just to keep the satellite up, I guess. So if you're kind of tight on energy, then you don't want to use these. But I'm kind of not tight on energy anymore. I'm generating 404 megawatts. Yeah, for me it's nothing. For some people, like for a smaller production plant, it may be an issue. Alright, I don't think they're up here on the North Pole. There's my old smelters. I left those running because why not? They also smelt things. This is the first coil factory. Silicon crystals. Are you actually doing anything? Yeah, you're full. Okay. Ah. Okay, I understand the problem now. So, Whoops. Somebody's messaging me. Should turn that off when I'm streaming. Anyway. Yeah, I need more of these. That's the problem. So they're well supplied now. 1 second. Sorry, I was being reminded that I have to work tomorrow, and I probably should go to bed soon. I love my wife. She looks after me. She said, you can't spend all night building spaceships. I'm like, well, you just watch me. Yeah, I need some more of these, but, you know, what else would be nice is making better ones. Like, it looks like these are well supplied with materials. Who needs a job? I do, because I like food and electricity and this really awesome computer that I'm using. Have you seen my specs? Not cheap. I did all this for you guys, so you get a nice frame rate. All overrated. Okay, well, you can give me all your money then. Go ahead. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, so let's make some better assembler. Oh, of course they need processors. Yeah. Where are these going anyway? Right here? Give me all your processors. Sorry. There was a drone going to get them and he got confused. Yeah, roofs are nice. I also need graphene. Well, I'm just gonna request a bunch of graphene. Let's not put that there. I try to put these down when I'm requesting stuff outside of the power grid so they don't draw a whole bunch of power for no reason. I guess now that doesn't really matter. It's just habit from before when power was a big deal. Because now we're making 79 megawatts. Look at this. It's coming together so nicely. It's actually moving a little faster than I thought it would, even though we're not producing that much. I still don't know what these numbers mean. Like the 150, 0, 150. I don't know what that means. This one's 101, 0, 150. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, requesting graphene, I don't know, 400 of them. Go. Okay. Apparently my graphene supply is a little low. It's getting there. That's another problem. This is what I do. You gotta go through, find a problem, fix it. Eventually you'll have a factory that works. Or not. Looks like this copper miner finally ran out. Pick up all those belts. What do we got in here? Whoops. I didn't mean to delete it, but we got a little bit. That was silly. They had spent all that time trucking over here, and I just deleted it by accident. Let's try that again. And I was able to build one. Put that down. This is just an upgraded assembler. You can build it out here. What grade of belt is this? Part 2. And then go away. You are a processor factory. Pleased to be making them. Guess I can just put down Mark 1s for now and then upgrade them. I wish there was an in-place upgrade option in this game. I appreciate that they put a different running sound for when you're on a building. I don't know who decided to do that, but I applaud them. Like, somebody said, hey, they're gonna run on their buildings. We should have a different noise. Alright. It gets a little tight when there's so many things compacted around. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up pretty soon here. I wanted to get a couple hours in tonight, and I mean, I'm close to 2 hours now, so that qualifies. That should give us a lot more processors than we were getting before. I can also scale that out bigger, but I mean, I gotta make sure then I have an ample supply of all these things. Like I could put another line of them running south here, because it's just these microcrystalline components and then circuit boards. Did I do something weird here? Yeah, I did. Oh, see, I see what I did. So I don't like that. So I had plenty of these, right? Sorry, man. You know, if just for you, I'll stream again tomorrow. I'll do some more of this. How's that sound? I wasn't going to stream tomorrow, but just for you. But see, this is the problem. I did this early on before I had started using logistics system everywhere. So the logistics system doesn't know about all these. And therefore it couldn't send them other places that needed them. So I'm gonna fix that in a minute. Let me see. Just marking where this is so I don't get lost on the way back. You know how it is. This planet's huge. Yeah, I might not. I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm actually going to stream tomorrow. Grab some more of these guys. I've got drones. So, what we're going to do here. The only problem I have, these power stats are really cool, but their hitbox is really obnoxious. Look, if I try to run a belt next to this, it's now trying to build into the like into the building. It thinks I'm trying to point at the building. It's really, really annoying when you're belting around these. The logistics system. Alright, so these towers only know about what's inside the towers, right? So you have to have everything in a tower of some sort, these stations. The logistics stations do not know about this big storage of microcrystalline components that I had just hanging out here in this stupid box, because this box is dumb and it doesn't know about everything. Look at all that. That's what I just spent some time building over on the other side of the planet. Didn't know I had this many of these just hanging out. So it's dumb. And if I had built like a processor facility somewhere else and tried to request these, like I did, then it wouldn't know how to send these out to it. So I'm going to put these in a tower instead. So we're going to build a tower. We're going to build a tower right here. Move it back just a little bit. Now I can't just yank these out of here because I don't have a lot of it. Well, I could in stages. Yeah, I might do that. I was going to belt them in, but that would take too long. And I'm trying to leave soonish, like 9. Alright, yeah, we're just going to do that. And grab, drop. Yeah, see, it can only hold that many. 5,000 of them. We had a ton of these in here. So, I guess I will belt it, but I'll do it like this. That should blaze them out of there. And then, instead of doing that, was this Mark II? Yeah. I'll have this come out And this way. Now, this tower can supply them to other people as well. Like if I have another factory that requests these microcrystalline components, they'll be able to fly over there. And this box will slowly empty itself. When it does, I'll just hook these up directly. Yeah, so now if I wanted to, like, why don't I just go do one? Because I'm obviously needing more processors, and I can just hook them up right there to go into another tower, so why don't I show you how it works? You drop a tower, easy. You make sure it has power. You stuff some drones inside. I only had 49 out of 50, whatever. And then you look at what you're going to make. So I'm going to make processors. Processors need circuit boards and microcrystalline components. Let's request them. From the logistics system, I need circuit boards. I usually keep a buffer of like 1,000 of them. Boom. Done. Those drones are flying off to my circuit board factory. Oh, look. Look on the left side. You can see the Dyson Sphere taking form. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I'm killing time until the drones get back. I love it. Yes. So you have to have drones in either the supply or the demand tower. It can be either one. So if I didn't put any drones in this tower, other drones could still deliver to it. That's how I was doing, like putting a tower down and just requesting something and then taking it. So they're going to get some more circuits. And then I also need these microcrystalline components. Now watch what happens. Now that the components here are in a tower, that one right there, I can just hit demand and look at them coming out. Oops. I keep hitting escape to close menus, and it doesn't work for all menus. There we go. Delivery. I mean, obviously, this is a very short run, but if that was around the other side of the planet, it's easier than trucking them by a belt, right? And that's why I got rid of the belt system and the main bus around the planet. These things are just super easy, but you can't really do it until you automate the building of these drones and the towers. So, like you saw, I had a container full of drones and full of towers. So anytime I need another one, I just drop it down and drop them in. They're not cheap. Like one of these drones, right, requires 2 processors, 1 iron or 5 iron, and 2 of these thrusters. The thrusters require copper and steel. It's not too bad, but I'm building 50 per tower. You know, the towers themselves aren't terrible, but they're still steel, titanium, processors, and these particle colliders or containers. Yeah, exactly. So you saw how much went into it. And I'm still using that automation, or this. In fact, I just carried it further. Let's see, North Pole's that way? I'll come back to that and finish it up, but I just want to show you. So this is where I'm getting all the drones, right? Right next to where I'm getting the rockets. And then just over here is where I'm building the engines for the drones, right there, and the engines for the logistics vessels, right there. I'm not actually building the logistics vessels anymore right now because, I don't know, I've got 100 of them and you only put 10 per interstellar tower. And I've only got like 4 bases set up on other stars. I could easily set it back up. Now if we go to the South Pole down here, I need to get rid of all these solar panels at some point. Hold on, let me get my bearings. These are still not moving. They're still not getting enough processors. I definitely need, like, they're getting some, but I definitely need to increase my processor production. Logistics vessels are the ones that run between planets or between stars. So, not these, those are the satellites. So here you go. So like I have automation set up, just 1 factory each. This is the tier 1 tower, right? This is the tier 2 tower. This is the interstellar one. And then down here, this is the one you saw at the gas giant. This sucks up all the gases. So these actually need each other. Like the gas giant one needs the interstellar one, and the interstellar one needs the interplanetary one. Intraplanetary, I guess, because intraplanetary means on planet, interstellar means between stars. Yeah, if it was interplanetary, then it would go to other. Anyway, but yeah, I got all that set up, so that's fine. These are actually quite expensive because they require these accumulators that are full, and those are a pain. So to do those, I have to make. I was just looking at it a second ago. There, right here. So I gotta make these guys, right? These empty ones, accumulators. They require some hefty components, but not only that, you have to then take them down. I know, I get easily distracted. I blame you. You have to take them to one of these. So to see these big dish-looking things? These are the energy exchangers, and they're on charge mode right now. So let's see if he's gonna get one. Yeah, he's got one coming in. So they're gonna drop an empty accumulator in him. Give it a second. There he goes. It's gonna come out. There it is, right there. It goes in, and then it draws power from my grid to charge the accumulator, and then it goes back into the system. And what I'm using those for, I think you'll like this. Not that one. Yeah, there we go. So this is holding those and shipping them out as needed. Yeah, it is a sweet animation. So what's that being used for, you ask? You didn't ask, but I'm assuming you're gonna ask because you're curious and I really want to show you. So I'm gonna pretend you asked. So desert planet's over there. Boom! That was a landing. It was a good landing. Don't question it. You're the mining outpost. We're on the desert planet. What you might notice over here is that there's no power generators whatsoever. I'm following all the power lines all the way back. Oh, look at that. Another little energy exchanger. So what we do is we export the full accumulators here and suck the energy back out. Yeah, I used to have solar panels, but I don't need them now. This can supply up to 45 megawatts of power. And if I need another one, I mean, I got 10 of them in my pocket. Yeah, so these can be in discharge or charge mode. If they're in discharge mode, when you give them a full one, it empties it into the power grid. When they're in charge mode, it pulls extra power out and charges an accumulator. And now the empty ones, you see, are going back into the tower to be shipped home. So these are just batteries. I'm literally shipping batteries. 90 megajoule batteries. Yeah, it goes into the power satellite and into the power lines. Like this titanium factory is the first one I ever built on this planet. It's still running because I don't use that much titanium. And yeah, I mean it's fine. It's doing great. You can see I built much more spaced out back then. And this is where all my titanium comes from, right here. Hang on one second. My buddy was asking me if I'm going to stream today. I'm like, I'm streaming right now. I will. I said I was going to wait till 9, and I got 10 minutes. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that, and then go fix the other thing that we were working on that I've already forgotten what it was. Remind me, what were we working on? Got 10 minutes? I do this all the time. I'm like, well, maybe about 5 more minutes. Dyson Sphere, yeah, that's generally what we were working on, yes. I was gonna make more processors though. Remember I had started the logistics tower showing you how it worked. Processors, where are you? Yeah, we are making more of these now that the extra processors came online. They're just still starved of them. I had so many before, but now everything is using them. I don't know where you got graphite. I haven't mentioned graphite at all, but that's all right. I also have a bad memory, and I'm easily distracted. Yeah, right here, processors. So remember, we were bringing in the circuit boards and the microcrystalline components. So I just want to get this built real quick. First off, the processors. What's the ratio? 2 and 2. Okay, doesn't matter which belt goes where. I'm just building a quick and dirty factory, make some more processors. Don't matter if it's pretty. Let's do 8. I'm about to run out of these belts. Let me request a couple more. One thing you didn't see me do was I automated all of the conveyor belt production. So now I can just request belts, I don't have to build them. It takes too long to build them. I don't know how I went so long making them by hand. I'm still trying to figure out where you got graphite. I didn't mention graphite at all. That's okay, man. It's okay. There's the belt coming in. $200 more are on their way. Yeah, fair enough. Maybe it was the silicon? Honeycomb pattern. Oh, the graphene, right. Yeah, you got it. Okay. I could see where that would be confusing. Graphite, graphene. They're the same material, just a different configuration. It's just carbon. There we go. Got the belts to finish this up. Not that. I'm so excited I got some of the Dyson Sphere started today. It's been a long time coming. Humans are eating bee vomit. That's true. I mean, do you like beer? Because beer's just the excretion of yeast. Alcohol is just yeast piss. It's excreted as a waste product and we guzzle it up. You don't like beer? I don't like beer either, but that's just an example. You don't drink alcohol? Okay. I drink some. Not much. I was building processors. You know, vodka, I only really drink it mixed. I never really drink it straight, and it's not because I don't like it. I don't know. I like putting stuff into it, like a vodka cranberry or something. Although, the thing I make, my wife claims is not a vodka cranberry, because I put I use this cranberry juice that's supposed to be diluted, so it's incredibly bitter. I love it. She can't stand it. Well, that's not to say I haven't drank vodka. I do like it. I just usually drink it with something else. But like, I prefer a scotch or a good rye whiskey. Just straight. Everybody has different tastes, right? Alright, that's a lot more processors now. I feel better about this. Let's go see what that's done to our Dyson Sphere components. Yeah, like, vodka I like mixed just because I think it tastes better that way. But I don't mind vodka, right? I drink it straight up. I drink it mixed. Either way is fine. Vodka and Sprite? Yeah, I could see that. I've never tried that. I might. I don't have any Sprite in the house right now. But I could try that. Alright, well, we're getting some more of these. We definitely need a lot more processors. Like, a ton more. Like, probably triple what I just did. But that's what we do. We scale out, we scale up. We're making some good progress, though. We got launches going again. Look at that. Here, let's look at it in space view after I land, because I don't want to sit there and use power. Look at them go, man. They're slowly building. This is going to take a long time. I actually do have a lot of vodka in the house. Um, so we went to the liquor store, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and they had a couple different kinds of vodka. There was one I hadn't heard of, and it comes in a gallon jug of vodka. So we got it. So I have a gallon of vodka sitting on the shelf. I don't know if it's any good. I'm kind of scared to try it because who buys a gallon of vodka? So we have it sitting there, and I have not opened it yet, and I'm really tempted to do so. I have no idea if it's good. I don't remember the name of it, but if you're curious, I can send it to you later when I look at it, but it's huge. I have no idea if I mean, if it comes in a gallon, I can't imagine it's like the good stuff. But we were too curious not to pick it up. This is so cool looking. I can't wait till they start building the sails out and everything. Like, this is enclosed now. I wonder if they're going to start building it. I still have to draw in the rest of this too. It's going to take forever. I noticed they started on this one now. This one wasn't here earlier. So they've started a new point where they're deploying. They haven't started anywhere else. Oh, nope, I was wrong. They've started this one too. Excellent. So it looks like they're... I always try to figure these systems out. And it looks like it's picking like up to 7 or 8 active nodes and then supplying those until they're done, because these look like they're done. 150, 0, 150. So I think what this number means is like, I'm not entirely sure. I think it relates to the progress for the structural elements. I just don't understand exactly how. Like, what's this 111 to 150? I don't know. This has clearly got 2 structural elements that aren't done. But I don't think this means we only need 2 more structure points. Or maybe these, like, halves of the spar will come from this one. I don't know. It's going to take some more science and some more observation. But, that said, I think I am going to wrap up for tonight. I really appreciate everybody coming out, just watching me play a ridiculous factory game. We were going to play some Slay the Spire, but had some technical difficulties with one of the mods, and, well, by the time I found out, it was like 10 minutes before I was supposed to stream, so I didn't want to spend time trying to mess with it. I tried a little bit, couldn't get it to work. I'll figure it out over the next couple days. Also, I wanted to point this out because I just saw it. So this is what happens when you take a water pump that's already on the ground and pumping water, and then you pave the water. Somehow it's still working, even though it's now just filled in. I don't know how that works, because all the other water pumps we have here, they had to be on water. But presumably if I pave these now, they'll still work. Anyway, sorry, distracted, I know. Cool. Alright, so gonna wrap it up. Gonna go and get some sleep, because I do have to be up at 5 a.m. again. It's awful. Shut up, bot. Alright, I'll talk to you guys next time. I'll be live on Friday with some more Dwarf Fortress. That's gonna be good. I don't know if you are interested in the Dwarf Fortress stream, but we found out that our civilization that we belong to is actually dead. So it's just gonna be us, no help, no reinforcements, no migrants, nothing. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but it's gonna be great. So I'll catch you guys later and have a good night. Actually, I'm gonna see if anybody else in our little community is streaming right now, and I'll have you guys go check them out if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. You can opt out of the raid. Really doesn't matter to me. But I like to help people out if I can, so let's go raid. Oh, Failing Adam is doing Dyson Sphere, and he's nowhere near as far along as I am. But you can give him some tips and check him out. Let's see. Let me get his stream. Make sure I get the name right. Hopefully that works. Alright, we're raiding. Again, have a good night, everybody, and I'll catch you next time. You need additional pylons. Always need additional pylons. Alright, later, guys.